Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Had an up-and-down rookie season, but at times definitely showed exactly why he was so highly regarded coming out of college. Threw for 20 touchdowns as a rookie, but expects to take a massive leap with his new head coach, Ben Johnson, calling plays and designing the offense.
Throwing right away is Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw, it's Williams. That throw right side here going to be incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Nico Remigio deep for KC. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And, of course, number one, trying to win the game today. But for him, it's always about Super Bowls, trying to get back to his 4th consecutive one. Fell short of the NFL's first ever three-peat in the Super Bowl last year. He wants to avenge that loss at the end of this season.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now here's Mahomes. That is pulled in by a diving Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On play action, here's Williams. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. George Karlaftis. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To the air, Williams. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Williams. as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Let's start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
throws Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rice. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll run with the former Bruin. This is Carson Steele. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle here to Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Mahomes going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That is caught inside the 5. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First down and goal to go.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Hunt is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They juked him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
From the gun, here's Williams. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Williams. Pass caught by Burden. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Bears.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also,
so, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
To throw, Williams. That's complete. Romadunze. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
3rd down and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Man open left side is Brown. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. What a methodical drive. This is turning out to be that time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on third down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Now here's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Onto the field now come the Bears. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. To throw, it's Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Here's Williams. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points,
but
and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Williams. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Caleb Williams, 24 yards. And the Bears are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Now the point after try for Santos. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. KC's offense ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
31-yard line.
Second down and 3. Now Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. A nightmare of a first half for him. And that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
To the air, Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. This is Swift on the counter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And that play stopped behind the line by a corner. Trent McDuffie getting in there.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw is Williams. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll fire deep, looking for more. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Chiefs offense and their running back Isaiah Pacheco getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Arises on to punt here as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Chicago offense set to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Gets around him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Williams. And he's across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Williams. Flushed out right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Down Bears.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark. and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A 52-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Cairo Santos.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and a yard. Here's Pacheco once again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Williams now throwing to start the drive. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Luther Burden from 8 yards out. And the Bears have broken the tie. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Santos now to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And his throw is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Once more, it's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes, because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Escaping the pressure right. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
From the gun, here's Williams. And that one too wide and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Williams.
Trying to lay one up deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
To throw, Williams.
Pass to the sideline, pulled in.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Throwing again here, Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
First down, Bears.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
They'll try it now with Swift.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They were certainly in field goal range, opted to go for it. Hey, they were able to pick it up.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, but look at it this way. The kicker had missed one before, so they decided to stay out and go for it, and it worked. But now, just one missed field goal and you're not trusting him? He'll be visiting a team psychiatrist this week because he's going to want...
Touchdown, Bears! DJ Moore.
in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Chiefs 24.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios and the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hanson with you, and you know, we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have the Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Got a say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
That's into the hands of Worthy. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second and a couple.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 45-yard line.
Continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustment. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man right side is Rice. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now here's Mahomes. Incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. And Xavier Worthy, 36 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These 2 defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a give right side Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Jalen Watson dropped him defensively.
As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting unit's still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Williams from the gun on 3rd down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
First down, Bears.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run right here with Swift.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
George Karlaftis, his 2nd sack of the night. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
To throw, it's Williams.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line.
the windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Santos for the Bears field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
We've been at enough practices, and how many times have we stood on the sidelines and a unit goes out to kick a field goal and hear a special teams coach say, make sure you protect. First thing, protect. And here they give up a block.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this, tied second half. This is when execution is so key.
They go over everything in the huddle. The last thing you're going to hear everywhere, make sure you protect. That didn't get done.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Mahomes.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one, and here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Now it's Mahomes again.
He's got Brown on the out route complete.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
This 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
That's complete. Left side to Worthy.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. Touchdown! Noah Gray from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Looking to put a drive together.
On play action, here's Williams.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Michael Dana. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
In motion goes the tight end.
Throwing is Williams.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down and 4. Here's a handoff.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. To throw, Williams.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
They'll go. Here's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To the air, Williams. Throw right side taken in by Adunze.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Here now, third and a yard.
Complete to Zacchaeus.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard.
First down, Bears.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Here's Williams. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's able to get a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a 1st down.
A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams.
And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
George Karlaftis
bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They run out of the gun with Swift. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Swift. And he'll take this one down near the 15. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
2nd down and 8. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
To throw, it's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
At the 4-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
In motion, the tight end. Looking to throw. Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DeAndre Swift from 4 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the point after try for Santos. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
The game is tied.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
first and 10. Here's Pacheco.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Open man right side is Rice.
75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Now here's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 5.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he'll get this down to the 23.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right at the
No
line.
gain on the play. It'll be second down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Mahomes now to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 6. And just like that, it's third down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Mahomes going to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Bears 38.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with a sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, here's Williams. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Williams. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 49 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And that one going to come up short, low throw.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Looking to throw. Williams. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
That one caught by Rice.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now it's Mahomes again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to kick it away. The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Throwing is Williams.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And this is caught. He hits one.
And he will have the Bears first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Chicago.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He'll look to throw.
He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
We just saw an example of what we talk about all the time when we meet with coaches. They want that hidden yardage to come to the front when they throw the football. Throw it, catch it, and then pick up more yardage after the catch.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. They'll look to throw. Pass complete to Adunze. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Bears.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
He's back to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Good call there on 1st down, and Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Up the middle, Johnson. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Santos now to add the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense set to go. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Number 5, Marquise Brown. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up. Mahomes. And that's complete to Brown. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Mahomes. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from 52, and this for the win. And his kick is good. From 52 yards away, he gets it to go. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.